Hi, I'm Dr. Ina Stevens. I'm an associate professor with the Department of Pediatrics here at UVA Medical Center. I'm also a Club Red ambassador. And today we are going to be doing a stress reduction chair yoga class that I want to kind of offer you to be able to do wherever you have a chair. You may do this in your home. You can do this in your office. You can be wearing a yoga outfit, or you can be wearing your office clothing. And so I want you to be able to take this chair yoga class and take pieces of it for when it most suits you best, or you can do the entire class. So, but this is mostly so you can take some time out of your own day to quiet down and get a little bit of stress reduction. So I want you to find a comfortable chair wherever you are, and we're going to start with actually finding your seat. So I want you to really feel grounded. See if you can find your bottom on this chair with your spine very nice and straight. See if you can plant both of your feet straight ahead of you and down. Really feel the earth. Many of us don't even take the time to really feel very grounded, planted, and then feel our center. So feel that center, and then see if you can elongate your spine and almost imagine the top of your head pressing against the ceiling as you are pressing against the ground. And you can almost feel that your spine is starting to elongate. And from this place, I want you to put your concentration right to the center of your chest. See if you can withdraw some of the distractions that may be going on around you and take some of that attention and place it inward. And an easy way to do this is actually to concentrate on your breath. So see if you can find your breath as I'm talking. See if you can actually feel the inhalations going past your nostrils. Maybe it's a little bit cool. And as you exhale, maybe you can feel that air coming back out, maybe just a little bit warmer. If it feels easier to maybe close your eyes or keep your eyes what we call half mast, looking down to help decrease some of the distraction, go ahead and do that. And we're going to start by taking some very deep breaths with a nice prolonged exhalation that's going to help turn on our parasympathetic tone and actually quiet down our body physiologically. So take a very deep breath through your nose, very deep inhale. On the count of 2, inhale, and now exhale. 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale through your nose, 2, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Place your hand on your belly and feel that breath. Inhale, puff out your belly, 2, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. One more, inhale. Huge sip of oxygen, get it all in. And as you exhale, open up your arms, reach them all the way out, and reach your arms way up high overhead, reaching them all the way up. You could even take a look up if you'd like, and just take a little lean to the right as your left arm goes up just a little bit higher, getting a huge stretch all along the left side of your body. And now switch sides, reach all the way up with the right. Get a little bit of side stretch all the way up with your right. Now get both arms back up, and let's clasp your hands, reverse your palms, and stretch your palms all the way up to the ceiling. Get a huge, big stretch, big inhale. And now leave your right arm up there, drop your left arm, and use your left arm underneath the chair, almost to help stabilize you. We're going to take a little bit of a bend over to the right. So take an inhale and bend yourself all the way over to the right. Get a nice, big stretching feeling all along your right rib cage. You may even put your elbow down on the chair on the left side for a little bit of balance. Take an inhale and bring yourself back up. Now take that right arm and let's engage the head. So let's drop your right arm over your left ear and bring your right side of your head, your right ear, all the way down to your right shoulder. Use your left arm underneath the chair so you can feel a nice big stretch all along your trapezius, feeling a nice big neck stretch, getting some of the tension out of your neck. Take a couple of deep breaths. Now from here, we're going to stretch the back of the neck by taking our chin and bringing it down to our right clavicle. Pulling it down just ever so slightly, and you will start to feel the back of the left erector spinae muscles, feeling the tension release out of them. Take one more deep inhale, and bring yourself back up. Bring your right arm back up, and let's do the whole thing to the left. So find the underneath of your side, of the right side, underneath the chair, and let's lift up the left arm. So lift it all the way up. Take an inhale, and let's take a deep bend over to the left-hand side. Feeling a huge stretch all along the left side of your body. Take a couple of deep breaths. You could even look up and find your left palm, getting a little bit of a twist of the spine. Take one more inhale, and bring yourself back up. Now let's stretch your neck out on the other side. So drop your hand over your right ear, and bring yourself gently down to the left-hand side. Left ear coming toward left shoulder. Again, use your right hand to pull down underneath of the chair so you really engage all the muscles all along the right side of your neck, feeling a little bit of the tension release from your right neck. Take an inhale and help guide your chin down to the left clavicle. Again, releasing some of the tension out of the back of the erector spinae muscles. We hold a lot of tension in the neck here. This is the beginning of the place of tension headaches. You want to release that. Let it go. Take a deep breath right into that area and bring yourself back on up. Bring those arms back on up and bring them down. Now let's take both arms one more time. Reach them all the way up. Reverse your palms. Stretch them all the way up to the ceiling. And now let's engage some of the shoulders. So let's bring your right elbow down. Keep the left elbow up. Feel a stretch all along the back of your scapula. And inhale, both palms up to the ceiling. Let's do the other way. Pull down your left elbow. Right elbow stays up. Getting a little bit of a spinal stretch. And open them on back up. Now take both of your arms, open them on up, and put them behind your chair. You could even cross your arms right behind your sits bones. And we're going to open up, big sternal stretch, little bit of a mini back bend as you lean back, huge heart opener. Open up your chest, open up your sternum. Take one more deep inhale and bring yourself back on up. And bring your arms down, let them relax. Now let's engage those shoulders. So bring both shoulders up and drop them back. Bring both shoulders up and drop them back. Again, one more time. Up and drop them back. Actually, one more after that. Let's really get them up and loosen them up. Now go the other way. Lift them back and drop them forward. Back and drop them forward. Back. Get rid of that tension in your shoulders. One more. And now let's alternate. Right and left and right and left. Now go the other way. Left and right and left and right. We're now warming up our spine to take some twists. Open up those arms and give yourself a huge hug. When was the last time you actually hugged yourself today? So hug yourself around. Feel the stretch in the back of your scapula. And now we're going to twist it. So take from here and look over your left shoulder. Feel a little bit of your thoracic spine starting to twist. Don't forget to keep your knees forward. You can kind of stay here, or you can challenge yourself and look the other direction. Getting a little bit of a cervical neck stretch while we're twisting our thoracic spine the other way. And bring it back to center and let it go. Let's do the other way. So hug yourself to the other side. And take a little bit of a thoracic twist all the way over to the right. Again, you can stay here, or you may look over to the left, engaging your neck, feeling that thoracic twist, and bring yourself back to center. And again, shake it out. We're really now warmed up, so now we're going to engage all of our upper joints in our entire upper body in a position that we call eagle arms. So open up both of your arms. We're going to take the right elbow and cross it over the left. Cross your wrists, cross your hands. Now we have engaged our wrists, our hands, our elbows, and our shoulders. Big, huge joint opener in just about every part of your upper body. Now you can stay here, or you can engage your lower body by bringing your right leg and crossing it over your left. So now you have your hips, your knees, and even your ankles can become involved if you would like to cross your right ankle behind your left calf. You can stay here or take a little bit of a forward bend. And really stretch it out, stretching out your spine, stretching every major joint in your body. Take one more deep inhale and bring yourself back on up. And open it on up. Open it on up. Let's do the other side. Left elbow above right, cross them on up, clasp those hands. Take a deep inhale, cross the left leg over the right, and again, take a nice deep forward fold. Unhinging some of the tension in every major joint in your body. Take an inhale and exhaling it out. Bring yourself back on up. Open yourself on up. Open your arms up. And let's engage your spine. So let's take a little bit of a twist. Take your left hand, place it right behind your sacrum for a little bit of support. Take your right hand and you can either reach to the arm of your chair or you can reach to the outside of your left knee, your choice. Take a deep inhale and lift your rib cage off of your waist as you look way over your left clavicle. Really engaging your thoracic spine, finding an entire thoracic upper body torso twist. Take one more inhale and bring yourself back around. Now leave your right hand on your left thigh, but let's lift that foot up. And you can leave it here, or you can start engaging it. You can start maybe straightening it and bringing it out. Engage those hamstrings and bring it back out. One more, engage those hamstrings, lift it up. Now you can stay here, or we could start advancing and take your left ankle, put it on top of your right knee for a huge left hip opener and a gluteus maximus opener, really opening up some of the major muscles that can cause problems with lower back pain and sciatica. So you can stay here and really open up that left hip, or you can engage it and challenge yourself, take it to your own level with a forward fold. Forward fold. You may drop your hands if that feels good. You can drop your head. And feel some of the tension being released from your lower back, from your lower legs, and from your left hip joint. Take one more deep inhale and bring yourself back on up. Hold onto your chair as you shake out that leg and bring it back down. Let's take it to the opposite side. Right hand goes right behind your sacrum. Left hand to the outside of your your right thigh. Take a deep inhale, lift that rib cage off of your waist, and take that thoracic twist, looking over your right clavicle, over your right shoulder. Again, don't forget to keep your knees facing forward so you really appreciate the entire spinal twist. Take one more deep inhale. And as you exhale, bring yourself back around. And now use your left hand to help lift that right leg. And start stretching it out. Start feeling a little bit of a hamstring stretch. You can let your foot go back and forth, back and forth. And now let's take that right ankle and place it on top of your left knee, opening up the right hip, the right glute, relieving some of the tension from our right sciatic nerve. You may stay here, nice straight spine, or you can take it forward and challenge yourself. Take it to whatever level feels good for you as you drop your head all the way down. And take a couple of deep breaths here. Allow some of the tension to relieve. Let it release from some of the muscles that may be tensing up in this position. Breathe into any area where you feel some of the tension. Take one more deep inhale and bring yourself back on up. And let's take those legs and shake them on out. So let's shake out those legs a little bit, and we're going to move into some of our core. So hold on to either side of your chair. If you don't have an armchair, you can hold on to the bottom of your chair, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. But we're going to start engaging our lower core, our lower abdomen. So see if you can lift your toes and just kind of point your toes. Lift one up, knee up, and then take your right knee and leave it up. Lift it on up, and you can stay here. This may be challenging enough, or you can straighten it out. Leg, lift it up. Again, this may be enough. This may be engaging your core and good enough, or you can straighten it on out. Engage those lower abs. Now let's do them alternating. Let's do right and left and right and left. Now you can continue doing right and left, or we can try both at the same time. So let's lift up both and straighten them up. Again, both, straighten them on up. One more, lift them up, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring them back down. Bring them back down. Flatten those feet. Take a deep breath. We are going to stand up. Use your chair. Help yourself up. Straighten those legs out. Let's lift those arms up way overhead and find a huge, big stretch all the way up to the ceiling. See if you can elongate both sides of your rib cage, lifting all the way up. Take a deep inhale, stretching yourself as you feel your feet planted into the ground. We're going to open up those arms and take a big swan dive to the floor. Hands come all the way down, hands to feet, head to knees as you get your hands to the floor, and bend your knees as much as you need to really allow yourself to hang. Let your head hang. Let your body hang. This position is actually called ragdoll pose. If you bring your opposite elbows to either side and you pull your arm down, you're hanging like a ragdoll as you let the heaviest part of your body, your head, just dangle down. We carry our head around all day long. Our head weighs about 15 pounds. So let it go, let it dangle. Get the stress and the tension out from your back. Take one more deep inhale and drop those hands back down to the floor. Roll yourself on up. Arms come up overhead and bring them back down to heart center. That felt so good. Let's do it again. And arms come all the way up. Big inhale. Lift it up. And open yourself up, swan dive to the floor, forward fold, hands to feet, head to knees. Again, bend your knees as much as you need to, and roll yourself on up. Arms come up overhead, and hands come back down. Quiet yourself down. Now bring your arms and your hands right to your waist. We're going to open up our left side and we're going to engage our legs. We're going to start with a position that we call Warrior Two. A big strengthening pose. Open up your right foot so it's parallel with the chair. And you may use your chair this entire time, or you can keep your hands afloat. Your choice. Keep your left foot about 3 to 4 feet away from your right foot, having your left foot pointed in, maybe at about a 45-degree angle. Again, you can hold on to your chair as you need to. We're going to engage our lower legs by bending our right leg down to a 90-degree angle. And bring it back up. And bring it back down, feeling a little bit of the thigh stretch. And bring it back up. Let's do that one more time. Bend it all the way down. Feel some of the strength in the right lower leg, the right thigh, and a hip opener on the left-hand side. Again, you can keep your hand on the chair, or you can open up your hands, engaging your upper body, engaging your core. Seeing if you can find a little bit of calmness in this very challenging and strengthening pose. Take one more deep inhale and straighten that right leg back up. And let's move your body a little bit over to the right side, bringing your right arm back down to the chair as your left arm goes up to the ceiling to find triangle pose. And as you can see in my legs, I have a triangle made by both of my legs and the floor. See if you can really engage, lifting your core, lifting and reaching up with your left upper arm. Take one more deep inhale, and reaching with your left arm, bring yourself back on up, straighten yourself back out, bring those hands back to your waist. Now we're going to face our right foot, bring your left foot in, maybe about a half a foot, squaring off your hips, and you can use the chair again by holding on to the right side of the chair. We're going to take a forward fold, and you can go down as far as you need to get a hamstring stretch. You can bring it down halfway, keeping your hand on the chair for balance, or you can bring yourself all the way down, dropping your left hand, down to the floor and bringing your head down to your knee. Feeling your hamstrings loosen up, feeling the stretch. Take one more deep inhale and bring yourself back on up. Use your chair for balance. Bring both of your hands back to your waist, pivot to the front, and bring your feet together. Let's do the other side. Open up the right foot. Keep that right foot at about a 45-degree angle as you again pivot your left foot so it's parallel with your chair. Again, you can keep your arms out and open, or you may use your chair, your choice, as you bend your left leg for your warrior two. And bring it back up. Again, big strengthening posture. Bring it back up. One more. Let's hold it on out. Feel the strength and the calmness both at the same time in your thighs, in your abdomen, and in your breath. See if you can find that breath. Take one more deep inhale. Straighten out that left leg. And again, use your left arm to find your chair as you lean over to the left, bringing your right arm up to the ceiling for triangle pose. Triangle pose is a big hip opener, a big inner thigh stretch. Take another deep inhale. Use your right arm. Bring yourself back on up. And bring your hands to your waist, pivoting to face your left foot. Don't forget to bring your right foot in just a little bit so you can work on your level of your hamstring stretch as you take your forward fold. You can bring it down halfway, or again, bring your hands all the way down, using your left hand on the chair for balance. And find the tension being released from your hamstrings. Take one more deep inhale and bring yourself back on up. Hands come to waist, pivot back to center, and bring yourself back to the center. Let's take another big inhale and stretch up to the ceiling. Huge inhale, stretch yourself all the way up. And take that forward fold. Hands to feet, spinal stretch. And this time, when you roll yourself on up, let's bend your knees. Find just the back of your chair, but do not sit on your chair. Sit in an imaginary chair and bring your arms forward. For one last, very strong, stable, strengthening posture, engaging your thighs, engaging your buttocks, engaging your core. Hold it for 3, for 2, and 1. Straighten yourself back up. One more deep inhale, and let's sit back down. Find your chair. Sit down in your real chair. Quiet yourself down, finding your center, finding your breath. Take a couple of deep inhales and exhale it out. Inhale and exhale it out. One more deep inhale through your nose. Find that breath. Feel that oxygen. And as you exhale it out, open your hands way up. Lift them up overhead and bring those hands down to heart center. Thank yourselves for taking the time out of your own day, for your own practice and your own stress reduction. Take another deep inhale and exhale it out. And last inhale, exhaling it out, and namaste. Thank you very much for joining us today.